Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, January 26th. Looks like GDP growth rate got everyone surprised because we were expecting 2.6% and we got actually 2.9%, a decrease from the previous one, but higher than expected. And also, initial jobless claims came lower than expected. We expected an increase to 205 and we got 186, and continuous jobless claims we got higher than expected and also higher than the previous one. So initial jobless claims, labor market still quite strong. People are not getting jobless as expected, so that would be an issue in the long term if labor market remains this strong. But GDP growth rate shows us that the economy is slowing down and interest rates hikes from the Fed are doing its job. What else? PCE prices Q over Q, quarter over quarter advance. This is not the actual PCE, but an advance for the Q4. This is going lower, way lower, from 4.3 to 3.2%. And the core PCE also decreasing. We expected 4%, we got 3.9%, a decrease from 4.7%. So GDP higher than expected, and at the same time PCE going lower looks good to me because the economy is slowing down, but the fears of recession are decreasing. People are not that feared about the recession that everyone is talking about that is going to happen on 2023 this year. So this is a mixed sentiment because bad news is no longer good news. Sometimes good news is actually good news. So PCE going lower and GDP increasing is actually quite bullish. So at 8:30, let's see how market reacted. We got a very nice push. This is the 8:30 candle. We started pushing higher, and look at this. We were super strong, higher highs, higher lows into the open. Until then, we were super long. We were already, let's take a look to the percentage, because in the pre-market, we were already 1.21% in the green. And we continue higher, higher and higher and higher until, look at this blue line. This blue line is this level, daily level, this daily level that we are watching. Everyone is watching this big rejection from the CPI on 13th of December and this initial rejection. So this top in tail rejection and a continuation. So this pivot on the trend line was a very nice target for today's push. After this bottoming bullish candle yesterday, today we are trying to break 12,000 on the Nasdaq and we actually reach, if we see this week, we actually reach, the high is 12,075. So we reached that high. We reached that pivot, and what happened then? Well, looks like we started going down because I think we were super long. We were quite extended. So I think a lot of profit taking at the open from Tesla. That was, look at this, 10% on the day. Tesla was 10% after earnings. We are going to review earnings in a couple of minutes. So we were 11% right up here. So a lot of people, I think, took profits on the open, after the open. And right now, Tesla is looking, well, is holding this descending triangle. So we might see some kind of, I don't know, but I don't think we are going down. We are holding pretty well. So if we hold this, we might see a breakout to the upside, or maybe some consolidation around here. Let's see what happens later. Let's go back to the Nasdaq and see that we actually, from this pre-market bullish trend, we got this rejection. This was quite easy to see. And well, We are doing lower lows, lower highs, and just trying to hold. We broke out this descending trend line and we are trying to reach again 12,000. Looks like we are rejecting it again, but still 1% green on the day. The S&P 0.43 and all Nasdaq, Meta is 3%, Tesla is 7%. So a very good day on the Nasdaq, continuation from yesterday, and I think we are preparing this kind of push. This still looks bullish, so just be patient and wait for your good entries. Let's go back to Tesla and actually let's see how it was, how the earnings went. So Tesla reported record revenue and beats on earnings. Earnings were 1.19 versus 1.13, and revenue also beat 24.32 versus 24.16. So both top and bottom estimates, and basically Tesla is skyrocketed on pre-market and reporting a revenue of 21.3 billion in the fourth quarter. 33% growth year over year, and 467 million of that came from credits in the fourth quarter. So nearly half of the prior in the same period. So look at this. This is growth. This is what investors want. So Tesla is meeting expectations, and that's why it's basically pushing 10% on a one day. Look at this. 10%. This was crazy. So, and also a lot of good news from Tesla. If we check Tesla stock on the daily, I mean, this is quite a bull run from the bottom of 100 until here. It's 57% of a run. Look at this big gap. Actually, I'm going to take into account that, because this is a nice gap that we have to watch. Because if we gap down tomorrow, I mean, this is going to be an island reversal signal. So gapping up and then gapping down. Look at this, because this is usually a good signal for a reversal. But still, I was waiting for 170 around here, and this is pivot at 180. We'll have to see, because this is quite choppy. Tesla is super volatile and it's leaving gaps behind. So be careful. But if you got this run, congratulations, because Tesla is just 52% from this low. It's at 58%, actually crazy. So good news. Let's review the sector funds. XLK, Nasdaq, is doing a good job. Be careful with this pivot. XLY, consumer discretionary, 1.27. I'm actually expecting it to recover until this flat top. I don't know if that one or maybe this one would be the ones. I think this one is going to be awesome. So let's take that one. Financials in the green, barely flat. But look at this. XLE energy is 2% on the day. Why? Because natural gas, basically it's gapping up after the close, and crude oil is pushing again against the trend line. We are just there. And remember, I've mentioned a lot of times in this channel in previous videos that the last CPI was good, core and core good, because energy was going down, and that decrease offset the increase in shelter and services. But core CPI actually got higher, and we are in a period called stagflation, sticky inflation. So be careful, because the core CPI may provide some surprises, and if energy continues its surge higher and we break 83, we might see, honestly, 90. I'm expecting crude oil to reach these levels. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve from US is buying at 80. They bought at 70. That acted as a bull support signal. And since then, now we are expecting a buy on 80, they said. White House said that. I don't know if that is going to happen or not, but for sure that is going to provide some support for bulls. And actually going higher, that's going to be an issue. What else? Dollar. Dollar is actually pushing. After these earnings, I think a lot of people is going again to Forex. And yields. Yields are 1.40 on the 2-year and the 10-year is 1.45. All yields are going higher. It's not a big move, but they are holding these levels. If we check what analysts expect next week on the interest rate hike on 6 days, we are still pricing in 25 basis points with a 99% of probability. So let's see. We have to see, but it's not everything that good. Look at this. Let me check. Yeah, following a 2021 that saw a GDP rise in its strongest pace in 1984, the first 2 quarters of 2022 started off with negative growth. But then a resilient consumer and a strong labor market helped growth turn positive. Some sectors of the economy have shown signs of recession, even though overall growth has been positive. Housing in particular has been laggard, with building permits down 30%. So it's not everything that good, because if the economy is still strong after Feds are raising interest rates high at this pace, I think Feds are going to be again hawkish and aggressive, and we maybe be looking. We have to watch if this change from 25 to 50 before next week. Before, if that happens, maybe analysts are saying that, well, strong economy, maybe Fed will go higher on the next hike. So that's the kind of mixed sentiment that we are seeing on the markets. And that's why I think we didn't push super high today, even though during pre-market we were doing super long. But let's see if Tesla actually breaks. We are barely at this. This is the gray rectangle is this gap. So we are, I think this is going to skyrocket again. So let's see. If we check, let's see. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Nasdaq is trying to hold point of control. Microsoft is way above the point of control. And let's see, Apple is rejecting the point of control. So still volume on the short side. Look at this. A lot of orders there since this drop. So I don't think Tesla, this point of control is just there at the break spot. So interesting spot to see if we can catch a nice run up or we reject and we go lower or high for low of day. So that would be interesting. Tell me in the comments how this develops, because these kind of signals I like because they usually provide good P&L ratios. You have your stop right down and you have a lot of space to the upside, so they are quite asymmetric. So the profits, the potential profits are higher than the risk. So these kind of moves, I like them. So let's see if that develops. Let's see in a couple of seconds. Come on, higher high. This is a bull flag. And then we have this resistance. So a nice target, long target would be here. That's the low and that's the high. And that would be 1.4% of ratio. You can also look higher, but I think getting this kind of consolidation would be nice. It's also almost 1-to-1, but 1.4 is quite well. Well, let's see what happens. Right now is lunch hour, so be careful with that. overall, I'm quite happy with the Nasdaq. We are holding pretty well. Economic data is showing strong economy, but be careful because the Fed may turn and may push higher rates. They turn aggressive, and that could be a problem. Also, watch out energy and inflation is going to be an issue. So don't get too confident. Lock your profits because bulls should be congratulated. I mean, they are pushing the market higher and they are changing the market structure this way, and this is going to be a critical spot. So if we push, this is going to be awesome, and if we reject, be careful. So always take risk management into consideration. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel to support my channel and my effort. I put a lot of effort into these videos to provide you with factual, fundamental information and also technical analysis. So thank you for your time. Remember that I upload videos every single day for market forecast, market updates, and market recap. I appreciate your time, and remember, the trading day is not over yet. Tesla might push the market up in this configuration, in this long setup. So watch out for that if you want to continue trading. But remember that discipline and risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone.